Hey guys, I trust that you're doing well. Pastor Wayne Carey here, just dropping today with another video, and we've been really wanted to focusing again more on when it comes down to to making a decision when it comes down to having a life partner, choosing a wife that is from the Lord. And the basis, we use the base scripture that was taken from Proverbs chapter 18, verses 22, when it says that he that findeth a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor of the Lord. And again, we ask the question, you know, who's looking? And that focus is when we say who's looking, that simply means if you are looking in your own self, in your limited ability, then we're gonna have some problems there. But that man who's looking, he that finds, that man is filled with the Spirit of God and being led by the Spirit of God, and he's going to find a good thing. And the thing about it, then the other question is that he cannot favor himself. This favor comes from God, and when God has favored you when it comes to that mate, there's some other scriptures we'll look at later on. But when God has favored you, something that is beyond your imagination. And that's why, it's very important for us to, those of us who are dating, courting, that we would make the right decisions. And it has to be our dependence upon God, his leading, his guidance. But we're going to look at the scripture today that has to do just to, again, lay another foundation when it comes to, the importance of choosing as a man, choosing the right female to, to live the rest of your life with. And it reads in the book of Proverbs, chapter 12, verses 4. It says, a virtuous woman is a crown to a husband, but she that maketh a shame is as rottenness to his bones. Right? A virtuous woman is a crown to a husband's head. I think that one of the other versions, it talks about a woman of noble character. A woman of noble character is a husband's crown, but she that maketh a shame is as rottenness to his bones. And the central figure that Solomon talked about, central figure when it comes to wisdom home, it is a virtuous woman, or that woman of noble character. She possesses this woman that God would lead you to. She possessed the moral power, and this moral power itself, it manifests itself in her godly character and domestic activity. And so when we speak of the crown or the garland, it is an emblem of renown. And this is what happens. She bestows honor upon a husband. This is what this woman does. She bestows honor upon a husband when we speak of that crown. And then Solomon, he contrasted with the wife who brings shame upon a husband. And this is what we have to be so so careful about in terms of looking at something that is natural. We are spiritual beings, and this is we are to be led by the Spirit of God, be sons of God. Those who are sons of God, they are led by the Spirit of God. And so Solomon uses contrast, and he says, when it comes to the contrast comparing to this woman that we spoke of earlier, this woman who brings shame to husband is like a cancer that saps his strength. It's like a cancer that zaps his strength, and ultimately, here's what what would happen. It would cause his total collapse. And so this is very important when it comes down to us, selecting someone that we want to say we're going to spend the rest of our lives with. And so we have to, consider and pray sincerely to God about having someone in your life that you would be pleased with, that's going to, so that you can receive this favor, of the Lord. But if you choose the wrong person that comes into your life, the Solomon is talking about how this can cause you a total collapse. And so I know that you don't want a total collapse in your life, in your situations. And so let's be very careful in terms of our choices when it comes down to choosing a mate, because God has an awesome, awesome plan, and he wants to extend his favor toward you when you're choosing that mate. All right. I love you. I bless you. And I'll see you in our next video. Take care. Peace.